Hey guys, Alex Swire-Clark here. You're going to notice my voice is pretty shot today. That's because I've spent the last week doing something that I was put on this planet to do, something I'm very passionate about, something that inspires me, and hopefully I'm providing inspiration for others. Poppy's not very inspired right now. But what is it that I'm doing, and why is it so important to me that I've been doing it for 25 straight years? Stay tuned in this video and find out about more when it comes to your passions. Again, welcome back to the channel, guys. Alex Swire-Clark here. Please hit the subscribe and like down below if you find these videos that I do to be worthwhile to you in both your personal and professional life. If you're new to the channel, we are here providing you emotional intelligence concepts to help you better your personal and professional relationships. Even if you're a dog, say hey, Pops. You want to say hey? Are you sleepy? Did I just wake you up from a nap? Okay, so Poppy's not excited. But anyway, in this episode today, we're going to talk about something that, and you can see the bags under my eyes here. So this is straight real, no video masking or whatever else. In this video, we're talking about your passions and your purpose in life. So what is it that drives you? You know, are you a Chick-fil-A worker and you're committed to making everyone's customer experience the best it could possibly be? Are you the CEO of a major Fortune 500 business and your passion is to help grow your company and provide products and services to folks around the world to make their lives better? Whatever it happens to be, you need to find that in your life. And again, I'm trying to keep it real today. So for me, you know, my passions are my family and friends and things like that. And of course, you know, I'm a high S, so that should not shock any of you if you're not familiar with the DISC model of human behavior. D's are very driven individuals. I's, very fun individuals to be around, creative, super excited every day. S's are very reserved and people-oriented, and C's are those very reserved yet task-oriented, very analytical folks. And so from that perspective, the S in me, because I'm an I-S blend, the S in me is all about relationships and people-oriented stuff and things. And so I want to support people. I want to make folks feel happy about themselves. And so from that perspective, I've always had a special place in my heart for the camp experience. Now, I grew up in North Carolina, went to Camp Canada, which is up in Wake Forest. It's a YMCA camp. I always really had some wonderful, positive times there, playing Capture the Flag and singing crazy camp songs and all that kind of good stuff. And so when I became an educator, on that road, I did work some summer camps in the summers between, you know, my sophomore, junior, and senior years when I was in college. And those were very rewarding. I got to be a positive impact on kids' lives. And so when it came to summer jobs as a teacher, you know, you have to go out there and get it done. So I would go out there and I would work at, you know, some little individual camps. But it was in 1997 where I found my forever camp home, if you will. And that's the Broyhill Leadership Conferences. And I will put a little link to their description for their website below. And the Broyhill Leadership Conferences are unlike anything that has ever existed or will ever exist. And they're found in North Carolina. We generally have students from North and South Carolina, depending on where they are, sometimes from Florida, Georgia, and so forth. And we teach leadership, but we teach it in a way that's very, very unique. We do everything from goal-setting activities and really teach our students how to set goals, write goals, make them meaningful, make them matter. We teach them about better communication skills. We teach them about cooperation and teamwork. We teach them how to integrate themselves within the clubs that they're serving. So we talk about emotional intelligence issues. We talk about, you know, when life hands you lemons, what do you do with those lemons? Do you take them? Do you make lemonade? Do you, or as one of our counselors says, do you throw them back? And so we really talk about the heart of leadership, and that is being a servant to others and being there for people when they need you, because we all come to our organizations, you know, with heavy hearts sometimes, or it might be anxiety, it might be depression, it might be, you know, some things that happen to us that were beyond our control. So we got to meet people where they are. And so we get really real in those moments, and we really peel back the layers of the onion for these students so that they can really get to know each other better and build some lifelong friendships. And so I've been a part of this again since 1997 and just really, really enjoy it. And my staff that I work with, they're fantastic. They're my family. I love them. We had a great staff of 8 plus our director Donnie this past week, and just really had a great time working with young folks. And as it always happens, we go there to try to inspire them, but they end up inspiring us. The stories they tell, the goals they set, the dreams they have for each other, is just fantastic. And so when we work together in what we call our councils, our little small groups of 11 to 12 students, we really get to know them well, and really focus on building them up, and because they're super talented. I mean, my group this past week, really quiet. I had a couple of kind of loud, rowdy kids. Rowdy, you know who you are. But most of my folks were soft-spoken, very reserved, and so you can be a tremendous leader even though you're reserved. And I'm trying to get them to understand that and find what their place is in this world. It was just super passionate, and just something that I enjoy doing every single summer. And so, again, it comes back to the question I asked at the beginning of this video: what's your passion? Is it to make handmade pasta and serve that to your friends and family? Is it to climb the corporate ladder and be CEO one day? Is it to start your own business? Is it to be the best nurse that you can possibly be and help others that are dealing with medical issues? Is it to be a mechanic for a NASCAR team? Is it to be just an artist who enjoys drawing things or making creations that the public will enjoy? Whatever your passion is, go get it. I mean, today is not too late to start whatever your passion is. Go out there and do it, whatever it happens to be. I mean, my voice right now is just straight garbage. It's gone because I was screaming and cheering on my kids and just having a great time. I do something called a bear hunt, unlike any bear hunt that you've ever seen. And so I just lose my voice then, and it's just it takes me basically about a week to get my voice back. And this is about day 3, so I'm still on the road to recovery. Haven't really gotten it together yet, but I just laid it all out there for the kids. It's 110%. They get everything that I've got from my staff, from my kids. And I say mine, it's our. I mean, I'm not in charge. But I love my people that are there, and I want to give everything that I have to them. So to quote my friend Thomas Dismukes and his grandfather, I wanted to leave that camp empty. Nothing left in the tank. Just give it all that I could give, so that those kids go away with the best experience they possibly can, because they're going to go back home to their parents and to their communities, and we're hoping that they're going to do some wonderful things. I also work with HOBI, the Hugh OBrien Youth Leadership Group, and those folks set some great goals too. So 2 very similar types of organizations that talk about leadership in a couple of different ways. But for Broyhill, that's where I've been for 25 years. It's been a great place for me. I'm passionate about it. I come home and my eyes are bloodshot because I've been crying like a little baby the last day and the last night when we have our closing ceremonies. And my wife, who's a high C, she gets it, but she tries to be empathetic about it. But it's a challenge for her because she's just not wired that way, and so she understands that it's my mission and my purpose. But it's interesting coming home and seeing the looks on her face when I come home and I've got nothing left in the tank and I have to sleep for 3 days. So anyway, in summary, go out there, find your passions. If you need help discovering your passions, you can feel free to take a personality assessment. I'll put a link in the description below to my assessment page website. And then I can give you some information about maybe some career opportunities or some things you might want to get involved in based upon your personality style that you really didn't even know existed. I know I have a lot of people that will say, "Hey, Alex, I've got my 17-year-old and my 18-year-old in high school, and they really don't know what they want to do with the rest of their life." And I'm like, well, that's perfectly fine because they're 17. It's okay. Some people want to go to college and some people don't, whatever. But if they have, capacity for certain skills or certain aptitudes that a personality assessment can bring to the forefront, then I would always suggest folks taking one of those, because it's certainly helped my young people in my family who are now in college or getting ready to, my number 2 is getting ready to prepare for life after high school and what he's going to be doing. So those things are great. So if you need some help with that, I'd love to speak to you about that. Feel free to reach out to me. You've got my contact information. It's always here on the website. Contact at alexswire-clark.com. Be happy to help you with that. So again, challenge. Get out there. Find your passions. Find what you want to do in this life. And don't make excuses. Okay? Just go out there. Get after it. Yes, you may have debt. Yes, you may be in a toxic relationship. Yes, you may be, 50 years old. Well, none of that stuff matters. Okay? If you see something out there and you really want to achieve it, go get it. go do it, because we only get one time around this planet, where there's only so many days, so many hours that we have in this life. Let's make the most of it, and let's make this world a better place. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Again, subscribe to my channel. Really, really appreciate that. Like any videos that you find to be helpful for you. And as always, I'm here for you if you need me. Take care. We'll see you in the next video.